Welcome to Mark Jr. Reacts. My name is Mark Jr. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today, we're going to be checking out the Apothecary Diaries Season 1, Episode 5. Now, where we last left off at the end of last episode, we saw a guy who believed he was cursed. And that's all we got. I don't know what he has to do with anything, but I have a feeling we're going to find out this episode. And with that said, I am excited for this episode. If you're excited as well, hit that like button. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell. And of course, grab your snacks, grab your drinks. My name is Mark Jr. and let's get into it. This story is a work of fiction. Of course it is. Yep, we know that. Who are you? You're the one who said yet you believe you're cursed. It's a burn. I'm pretty sure it's a burn or a rash. I mean, fair enough. Episode 5, Covert Operations. Damn. They're really going for it. Is that Jinshi? That's Jinshi. That's some nice fan service. Hell yeah. That's the kind of fan service I like to see. You better yield before Jinshi. No matter techniques fair. I bet he does. Yeah, how is she doing? That's good. Always good to gain weight. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That scared me last episode seeing that. At least I'm pretty sure it was last episode. Oh hey, Mama. How you doing, Mama? Of course. Mushrooms? Mushrooms. Okay. You found it in the yard. What? Ooh. That does look good. Uh-huh. Damn. That looks good though. Not gonna lie, I would scarf that down so fast with how good it looks. It looks delicious. No. Palace servant. A military officer who was... Oh. Okay. How did she do it? Aphrodisiac. Oh. Damn. These two make cute friends. They get along. They're adorable. Matsutake mushrooms. Yeah. Hey, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Being buddy-buddy with a doctor is cool. Salt. Nice. That looks good. That does look delicious, though. I like mushrooms. No. A burn or a rash. 2 nights ago. Okay, I'm listening. I want to hear. Is burning the pit on the west side. Okay. When? Oh. That's not good. Death. Did someone die? Damn. Oh, that looks cool. No, I don't think it's a curse, but that's cool. Yeah? Yeah. How'd you do it? Yeah. What is that? Fireworks. I don't know how fireworks work. Some things change when the color of flame burns. There was probably something on the wood tablets. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you better do that. I bet they do. Yeah. Jinshi and Gaoshun. What are you here for? Yeah, what business do you have today? Damn, I feel bad for the doctor. Oh, what's this? 1. 2, well, I mean 2 maybe? Okay. Okay, I'm following so far. Same. There. Nothing can escape Jinshi. Ooh, I like the leaves. The leaves are pretty. I don't know. You're the apothecary. Sure. You say that now, but then she'll just get dragged into it, obviously. You do? Dress for the garden party. Okay. It's a nice dress. Twice a year, the Emperor and his high officials gather in the courtyard to enjoy food and entertainment, okay? Okay. In that case, it's customary to bring the upper first-rank concubines. That... I guess it makes sense. The Emperor shouldn't... You wouldn't want the Emperor to go alone. Because that would, like... I don't know. That'd be like... I can't think of an example off the top of my head. You don't see emperors going to banquets and parties and stuff alone. That's what I'm getting at. You don't see them go alone. It could set a precedent, but you don't see them going alone. The 4 remaining concubines who are best contenders for the Empress. Okay. Precious consort. Wise consort. So, elephant in the room. That's a child. I'm pretty sure that's a child. What the fuck? Her name is not Liwa. Li Shu, the virtuous consort. I'm like 90. Okay, so I'm like 90% sure that's a child. 90%. And the reason I say 90%, not 100, is because in anime, people can be younger, can look younger, but they're actually not. But I'm like 90% sure that's a child. Where I'm just gonna go right past that. I'm sure we'll meet her at some point. But for now, I'm not gonna mention it, not gonna look at it. Okay, that makes sense. Nothing. Your arm candy, I guess. Follow the Emperor. Exactly, arm candy. Yeah, arm candy. Literally, arm candy. Princess Lingley's in a rare event with all 4 hiring rank. Damn. This is fun. That's fun. Yeah, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Why? What's wrong with the freckles? Freckles are cool. Watching entertainment, eating the food. And it's smiling at the officials come by. Arm candy. Probably. Ooh. Food. I think. What are you making? What are you making, Mama? Tell me. Yeah, it does. Yeah, tell me. It's candy. Candy made of ginger and oranges. Orange peels. Orange peels improve blood flow and ginger warms the body. The ginger part, I could probably see that. But do orange peels actually improve blood flow? Do orange peels improve blood flow? Huh. Now that's something you learn something new every day, I guess. Fascinating. I didn't know they could improve blood flow. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's smart. Good. Gotta help them all out. Can't just help yourself. It's a team effort. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a fine line between... It's always a fine line between sticking to custom and going beyond it. For some people. For others, it's easy to just ignore custom and just go with whatever. But for some people, it's like they're very sticklers for custom, either by upbringing or whatever. So it's an interesting thing to think about. Is how much obeying custom is too much obeying the custom. That's something to think about. There. Damn. Mama's is shaking everything up. Oh, that's cute. I like the music in this show. Damn. Yeah, don't nod off. Well, don't nod off there. Nod off in the bed. Not there. Damn. I like the cold. I would thrive in that weather. Damn. What's this? Is that Mama? Maybe? No, I don't think that's Mama. Leaves. Those leaves gotta mean something, right? Like, it... Oh, come on. I'm trying to pause in time. Okay. The leaves have to mean something, right? Like, they would not purposefully focus in on the leaves and blur out her. That's a purposeful design choice. To focus in on the leaves. Bring them into focus. That could mean anything. Turning over a new leaf. Falling leaves. I don't know. But that definitely means something. It has to. I hope it does. Otherwise, I'm going on a tangent for something that doesn't actually happen. Gotta mean something. Some of those too? What? Me too. You shouldn't have said anything, Jinshi. I'm gonna be real here, bro. He shouldn't have said this. He should not have said he hopes it goes smoothly, because then nothing's gonna go smoothly. It's like It's like saying everything's gone quiet and then suddenly it's not quiet anymore. Like that same thing. You shouldn't say something out loud. Otherwise, that's how you will it into existence. Rookie mistake. Oh, she's very pretty. She is very pretty. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Yeah, she is. Yes, it does. Yep, that's right. Yeah. Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You're hers. Lady Gyokyo is such a nice lady. She takes care of her people. I feel like it'd be a lot harder for her to take care of them all personally like this if she had like 10, 15, or 20 or whatever. Like Lady Liwa or Lady Liwa, I guess, because we haven't met the others yet. But yeah, I think it's really nice how in this kind of place, Lady Gyokyo, or Gyokyo? I should have had my notes there, but open notes. It's Lady Gyokyo. Like it shouldn't. Well, the point is, it's nice to see someone who's just genuinely nice for the sake of being nice, like that, like her. She's both pretty, smart, and very nice. It's a great combination. What? Oh, makeup. As long as it's not the that's not that white face powder. What? Are the freckles fake? Are the freckles fake? Damn, she's pretty too. That I'm pretty sure that's a child. Damn. Yes. Lady Gyokyo. Yeah. I mean, I'd favor her too. I'm sure he can. I feel bad for Gao Shun. F's in the comments for Gao Shun. He needs all the F's. F's in the chat. F's in the comments for Gao Shun. Greetings. Yes, she does. He's a good smooth talker. Damn. She's also pretty. I think. My standards for attractiveness and whether or not someone's pretty is very it's skewed because of anime. Why are the what? Damn. So I was right. The freckles were fake. Yeah, you should have. Why? Damn. I like freckles. I like the freckles. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Damn.
そうそう狙われることはないですから。
Yeah, that makes sense.
未遂ですよ。です。ギリギリ売り物になる
Borderline.
されたよう
Damn.
です。
そうだったのか。
This got dark.
悪いな。管理が行き届いてなくて。
別にどうでもいい別なんてつかないです。
Damn.
腹立たしくないのか。
This is dark.
それは言うまでもなく。でも、人士様のせい
That's
ではあり
true.
ません。
It's not his fault.
申し訳なかった。
Yes, he is. Damn. I like Jinshi. He's such a nice guy.
夜。
Damn. I think they look good together.
会場で。
Goodbye, Gaoshun. See you later. Good luck.
男物のかんざし？なんでまた？
I don't know.
いいの？羨ましい。
私も欲しいわ。
あげてもいいけど、どうあげよ
もう早速約束をや。
う。それはどういう？
Yeah, what does that mean?
いよいよね。
That's beautiful. Leaves. Falling leaves. Falling. Lady Liwa, pretty as ever. This dude doesn't know how to smile. He's just sitting there. Everything's going on. And he's just... What's the point of this whole thing? I'm pretty sure the whole thing is supposed to be for him. So shouldn't he be like living it up a little bit more? You know, smiling, showing any kind of emotion? It's for him. He shouldn't be like this. I don't get it.
園遊会が始まる。
Yeah. Nice. That. Oh, who's this? An enemy. An enemy. Is someone gonna die? Wait, that's how they end it? That's how they end it? That's how they end this episode? Okay. No end credit. Okay. Well then. Let's move on to the discussion. What the fuck? Okay, so this was a good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. It was an interesting episode. I appreciate that they did not spend like the entire episode, technically, focused entirely on the curse, on like the rash. I'm glad they didn't spend the entire episode focusing on that. I feel like this was a good mixture of plot and fan service, or Jinshi, of course, and seeing the relationships build. I think this specifically is an episode that was really focused on the relationships building of them, and I appreciate that. I always appreciate episodes that do build relationships and they make it not like all in one episode. That's something really nice. But yeah. So this was cool. Seeing Jinshi fight and seeing his hair tied up was a 10 out of 10. And like, this is awesome. And I feel bad for Gao Shun. He's there every day with his troublesome master, and he's like, and he doesn't complain really. Like out loud, he doesn't complain. He just does his job, and he does it really well. And I just feel bad for him. I do, but I'm also glad that he's with Jinshi because we got two really cool guys together, and that's always great to see. And then seeing Mao Mao collect mushrooms and like be excited. It's always fun seeing her get excited about doing things like this, like collecting mushrooms. She's getting happy, like she's happy like this. It's wholesome. And then I like this relationship that she has, this friendship with I don't actually know. I don't have her name written down. I actually don't know if we ever get her name. I'm gonna be 100% real. I don't know if we actually ever learn her name, but I appreciate the this friendship that they have. It's sweet. It's very sweet. And then the friendship that she's building with the doctor, the quack doctor in her words. It's also nice. I like him. I think I like him. He's a good. He generally cares. He's not a bad guy. He's just not as. He's not a bad guy. He's just not as equipped as Mao Mao is with certain things. I think this comes back to, I could be reading this completely wrong, but I think this also comes back to the little discussion I had about customs versus like anything else. And I think with his case, it's a little more too customary. He's too strict to the customs, he's too much of a stickler for the customs and everything, that he's like he can't think outside the box. Now I could be reading this completely wrong, but that's what I think. And so I think Mao Mao being here is great for him as well, aside from that he has someone to talk to and someone to help him, but also because she can help him expand his horizons and ultimately make him a better doctor. At least that's what I think. I could be completely wrong on everything here. And then seeing this whole little curse / wrath thing, rash, not wrath, rash. It sounds so similar when I try to say it, but I appreciate that it was relatively quick to take care of. And we learned that some things change the color of a flame when burned. That makes sense, I guess. I don't watch a lot of fires, so I wouldn't know that off the top of my head. Although this it's somewhere on there, I don't know. But seeing the other person who hid their arms, we don't see their face or anything really except for their arm that had the rash. I don't know if that's like. At first, my initial thought was that was Mao Mao, but I don't think it is anymore because of the last panel, the last scene that we get before the episode ends. And then seeing Jinshi and Mao Mao talk and like start to get closer was nice as well, even though especially this scene at the end here was incredibly. It was heartwarming, but it was also incredibly depressing because of the whole back alley stuff like that. And that's depressing, but it makes a lot of morbid sense. Everything that she says. It makes a lot of morbid sense as to why she puts makeup on to create freckles and stuff. And seeing this though, like Jinshi being straightforward and apologizing and stuff, and like just this was a beautiful scene. And like and the whole party and stuff, that was fun, watching them like get excited and fired up for the party. That was fun. And where is he? Where is he? Because I want to find him. Again, why doesn't he have any kind of emotion on his face? So here's something that I So here's what I think. I think that the sign of a good leader is someone who can not only command respect and loyalty through like being real, being relatable, maybe not relatable, but being real and not through fear. I think that that's one of the signs of a good leader, is someone who can do that without relying on like fear and stuff. But another sign of a good leader, I think, in my mind, is someone who can, I guess, in a sense, be relatable to the common folk. So him being here like this, like, I don't know what. And again, this could be like a 10-second scene, like a in real time 10-second scene of him being like that. But why is he not? I don't know. Smiling, like, not even his eyes are happy. Nothing about him screams he's enjoying this. He looks like he's like here against his will, and honestly, he might be. It might be that he's just here because it's customary, because it's a traditional thing twice a year that they have to do. But I think a good leader is someone, as I said, I think a good leader is someone who can command respect, loyalty, and like everything like that through genuine actions, not through fear. But also, I think a good leader is someone who can express emotion and celebrate with the common folk. Like, because I'll be honest, we don't know for right now. We haven't learned this information, but I would not be surprised if, because of like this guy's genuine apathetic emotionalness stuff, that there were like uprisings because of it. Because who wants a leader? Realistically, who wants to have a ruler that is just a machine, a cold, heartless machine 24/7? That's the key here. I'm not saying you can't be a cold, heartless machine as a leader. You can, in moderation, but as long as you have like moments where you're more open, I think you can. I think it's fine otherwise. But anyways, I've gone on a long tangent about this guy, and I should get used to this, because we're probably going to see him more and more as the episodes go on. But yeah, also with this last scene, I don't know who this person is. I'm interested in seeing what happens with them, because what I want, and this is morbid, what I want is someone relevant to die. And this is this is dark, but I want someone relevant, someone that has a name that we know, to die. I think that would raise the stakes. There already are some stakes, but I feel like that would raise the stakes more if someone died, especially in this kind of time period where I imagine people died by assassinations, poisoning, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I think. I am excited for the next episode. And with that, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I want to know. Did you like this episode? Did you not like it? I like this episode a lot. It's probably my favorite episode of so far. 5 episodes in. And yeah, with that, I am going to wrap everything up here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, check out all my links in the description down below and do everything else. You know what to do. You've been around here before, you know what to do. Until next time, my name is Mark Jr. and as always, never stop being yourself. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.